All right, guys, we are back. It is time for another very, very big announcement. I'm super excited for this one. Before we dive into it, though, I want to share there's been some crazy numbers that came out. eXp leaked out some of their third quarter, or let's see, it would be, third quarter results. And the numbers are kind of crazy. We had 56% growth in agent count and a 112% growth in volume, which is pretty amazing, right? That goes to show that not only is eXp growing like crazy, I think they're going to grow almost 3,000 agents this month, but the quality of people that are coming over to eXp is stepping up to a whole nother level. So I'm excited today because we get to introduce one of the newest members of eXp, Amber Welch. Welcome to the eXp family.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so Ron, being that Amber is your friend, I would love for you to tell us a little bit about Amber, and then I'm going to let her talk from there. So tell us about how you and Amber kind of got connected and how we got to this point.
Yeah, Amber and I met in a training class at our previous brokerage, and we were talking through some stuff that she was working on that I was working on with Boomtown Zillow, and through that we were able to be friends and kind of work together on Zillow and Boomtown, and we ended up being friends, and now she's coming over to eXp as well.
I love that. So Amber, you run a team here in San Diego.
I do.
Tell us a little bit about your team and kind of what you guys are known for.
Yeah, I mean, we're relatively new to the game here. I'm just wrapping up my full year in real estate. So the team kind of just fell together. It's a team of women. I'm all about women empowering women. So we service all of San Diego County, actually all of Southern California is what we tell people, because we don't want to leave Beverly Hills out in case we get the opportunity, right? But mostly East County. I'm native to San Diego. I was born and raised here. I know the area well. I always joke with people, I know the parts of East County to put you in and the parts to keep you out of. I think that's a good selling point for people that don't know the area very well. So I love it here. I'm super passionate about getting people homes here. So
I love it. And then you were doing a lot of education at your previous brokerage. So we don't need to drop names or anything. I think it's already out there in the title of this video, but talk about some of the educational things that you've done in the past.
Yeah, I mean, we've run all kinds of different educational platforms. A lot of it being with kind of a franchised model was very traditional, didn't really fit the model of business that I do. Even though I'm so new, I just feel like it's kind of the world of real estate's kind of evolved. And the education that I was pushing out to these new agents that I just saw struggling every single day just didn't really fit what needed to happen for them to be able to keep their head above water in real estate today. And I really struggled with that. So I think that, that attributed to me wanting to have a conversation with you guys and kind of see what eXp was all about. I think a cloud-based brokerage definitely makes sense right now with everything else that's going on in the world. But it's definitely a more progressive model also. And I think that that's a better match for kind of the way I run my business and what I'm passionate about being behind. So,
okay. What are some of the other things about eXp that caught your eye?
Well, I was in the recruiting industry for 16 years. So when I heard about that piece of the model, it was attractive to me because that's where I come from. Like, that's second nature to me. But I also liked, again, how progressional it is. I struggled with leaving my previous brokerage because it was comfortable and it felt like family there. And I know those are dangerous words when you're in sales and trying to run a business, and I get that. But it was really hard to leave there and make the move. But one day at eXp, I think I learned more about how to run my business in the way that I run my business right now to get me to that next level than I did the entire time that I was with my previous brokerage. So that's saying a lot.
Let's talk a little bit about that event. So for those that weren't there, share a little bit about what it was and what your experience was.
Yeah, so I was lucky enough to be invited to a mastermind event with you and Dan Beer. Ron was there, obviously. We let him come along. It was phenomenal. I mean, there were so many amazing top producers in this mastermind environment where everybody was talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. It wasn't like you were going to a training course and everyone was just kind of feeding you the fluff. It was, here's how I'm doing my business. Here's what you need to do to copy me if that's what you're looking to do. Here are the challenges that we've already had that we fixed for you. And here's how you navigate through that. And I've never been in an environment of salespeople that were willing to just divulge that kind of information to essentially their competition. I mean, granted, some of us were in different markets, but some of us weren't. And that was very powerful. It was empowering. I really get on board with people that want to support other people and attribute to their success. I feel like there's plenty of business to go around. And that's just not something I've experienced before in my sales career. So I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool because that event, I think we had 50 people there. For those that are concerned, we had every single person get a COVID test prior to entry into this house. So I know we got to be careful of that, and everything, all events, gatherings were all outside, not to these insane standards that Gavin Newsom has laid out for us. I can't wait. We're actually going to shoot a really good parody video to just mock how stupid this crap is. They just rolled out there. If you guys haven't seen it, check out my Facebook from yesterday. It's so absurd, some of these things they laid out. But so we had this killer event though, and I think we probably had 7 or 8 people all from San Diego County. And, in a traditional brokerage, nobody else is really sharing what it is that they're doing. You walk into the office and people are closing their door because they don't want you to see what they have on their computer screen. They don't want you to hear the phone conversations they're having. Like, it's so closed off. Where this event, Dan Bier was there and literally pulled his P&L up on the screen and went line by line by line through his P&L to show how he's built, a $5 million+ business. Like, that doesn't happen. Nobody's doing that, in a traditional brokerage. Like, that kind of stuff doesn't happen, especially people don't open their book up like that to people that, others would deem to be competitors. Like, what was when you guys saw that, and this is for both of you guys, like, what went through your heads when you were looking at those kind of numbers and somebody actually breaking that kind of stuff down for you?
Ron?
I'll go first. For me, it was crazy because I'm a big numbers guy. And I think if there's something this owner would hold close to their vest is their actual P&L. So I was surprised that somebody, especially at Dan's level, would put that out there and let everyone see exactly where his money's going. And I think it was nice for us to see from a percentage standpoint. Obviously, he's going to spend more money, has much more revenue than we do, but to see from a percentage standpoint of where he's putting his money, how much to advertising, how much to admin, how much to profit, stuff like that was amazing for me.
Yeah. And I can speak kind of as a newer agent coming in and only being a couple years into real estate. I had left my previous brokerage for like 5 minutes at the end of last year after I had a bunch of business hit when I was brand new, because I wasn't really getting how to run my business and how to run real estate as a business. I come from the corporate world. My entire team does. We all get business, like we get it, but they would give us just enough, but they wouldn't give us everything. And it was so frustrating. And I finally decided that, listen, I just have to join a team and absorb into someone else's brand for a while to learn how to function my real estate business to get myself where I need to be because I just wasn't getting the resources where I was. I ended up going back, and I'm glad I did. But I definitely, again, one day at that mastermind, it was mind blowing what I was able to absorb just from not only from Dan Bier's P&L, which was crazy to me that he even put that out there. I was scrambling, taking as many notes as I could. But also just people who run their business very similar to my model. It's not the traditional like knocking on doors and cold calling through a dialer. I'm not saying those things don't make you successful. I know a lot of people do that. And a lot of people maybe even at the mastermind did it. But there were a few people there that run their business in a different way. All of my business comes from social media right now. And I thought it was really powerful to hear the people that are seeing a ton of success, like mind-blowing success, numbers that were just crazy just through social media and little tips and tricks on how to be successful. It was just really powerful. I'm really glad I got the opportunity to attend that.
Awesome. Well, it was fun to have you there. Next time I'm making you get up and talk. So it's not going to be an option next time. So what are some of the things that attracted you to eXp? So obviously the mastermind and the collaboration was a huge part of it. What else was it that attracted you to it?
Well, I definitely like the idea of getting your cat back in stock. Again, I did a little bit of business last year. It would have been nice to get that money back in some sort of an investment portfolio or have something to fall back on. I feel in real estate, you either fail or you succeed or you keep your head above water, but nobody really teaches you how to make that sustainable or, how to make that long term and have some sort of, you're just going to work yourself to death and work, 80 hours a week trying to keep your head above water and not have anything to show for it at the end of the day because it's just a very reactive business. So I definitely like that I'm able to sit down with my team. I really liked you guys shared the financial Fridays of setting your team up for success. That's something that we are implementing this Friday on my team and making sure that everybody who is new on my team, which is pretty much all of us, are taking the appropriate steps to set ourselves up to be successful. And the more business we do, we're going to know what to do with it. We all have a corporate background. We know how to run businesses. It was just these missing pieces that we finally get to plug in.
Yeah, the cool thing with you've talked about the recruiting, you've talked about the stock. Like one of the things I know that was attractive for us coming over was it's cool. Like a lot of times you make moves and as a team leader, you get all these perks, you get incentives, you get maybe even get money, right? The cool thing is with eXp, not only does the team leader get that, the team members get that. And I know that was something, in talking to you guys and when talking to my team, like that was really important to make sure that we weren't doing something that was solely serving us, something that was serving our team at the same time. Because at the end of the day, a realization I've come to over time is that I work for my team doesn't work for me. Mm-hmm. And the fact that we can now provide something to them that we couldn't provide before, whether, I was independent, you guys were with another franchise brokerage, like these things didn't exist. Yeah. Or some version of them existed and it was enough money to buy a stick of gum. So as Ron knows very well, some of these things just don't exist in other places. So it's cool that not only can we get these opportunities, but we can provide them to our team as well. So I know that was a huge part of it in all the conversations that we had. Any other specific things that kind of stood out to you?
I guess just kind of all of it. I feel like I didn't really have anything to compare things to at my other brokerage because that's all I had known. But it's definitely just the entire model, the technology, all of the resources that we have at our fingertips. Like you even respond to my text messages and I know how crazy you are. It's a great environment. And, being new and having people watch me fall on my face for so long while I was trying to figure things out, I can't stand behind a model that does that. And eXp is definitely quite the opposite. I'm all about empowering other people and helping other people be successful. And I feel like eXp gets that. And it's something that if I could shake every new agent that I meet and tell them, listen, I know it's scary not to have a brick and mortar to go to, but there's so much more support with eXp. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody else today and looking at the schedule of all the classes that are available. There's 20 classes today. Yeah. Right? It's like a conference every single day at eXp. And the cool thing is it's not like these corporate people that are just paid to teach classes. Most of them are hosted by the agents. Like this whole company is literally run by the agents. Like the inmates run the asylum to a certain extent. But the beauty behind that is the people who are teaching the classes are also the people who are selling the homes. In a lot of other companies, they have all these big corporate trainers. None of them actually sell, or none of them have sold homes in, years or even decades. Like, how the hell are you going to teach me how to sell when you haven't sold a home in the last 5 years? Because let's be honest, the business has changed a ton in the last 5 years. Hell, it's changed a ton in the last 5 months. Like, how are you qualified to teach me when you're not doing it yourself, right?
Absolutely. It's hard. You have to be in the trenches and go through it all, earn your badge before you have to coach someone else how to do it. It's crazy.
I love it. Cool. Anything else that has you guys excited about the move?
My whole team's excited. Since we've only been with eXp for 3 weeks, we've opened 7 escrows, we've taken 5 listings, and we're really excited because we know what to do with it all. And leverage it for additional business, right? So it's it's definitely going to help us get to that next level. We're definitely seeing a ton of success here, and we definitely feel a lot of support.
Cool. I want to be the first to invite you. We are doing a 2021 business planning summit in November, so you guys will obviously be invited as well as your teams. And if you're watching this, if you're interested in coming to our business planning summit, I think we're going to do it at the same house we did the mastermind at. So if you're watching this right now and you're looking to get your shit together for 2021, all of our Insta handles are on here. Reach out to us, shoot us a DM. And we can talk more about, getting you a seat at that room, because it's going to be a pretty amazing event, super, super high level, not just talking about like bullshit theory, talking about how do we actually apply things into our business and execute on them. Gary Vee has a quote, it's one of my favorites, and it's ideas are shit, execution is the game. And so we really want to focus on not just ideas like you get at a lot of events, but really.
Okay, here you go.
We can't hear you, Kyle.
Okay, it's not just me. Okay.
You're still muted or something. You're on mute, Kyle.
I feel like he's saying how wonderful we are.
No idea. My headset's just disconnected completely randomly. That's fun. Gotta love technology. If you're watching this, if you have eXp questions, I know Amber would love to sit down, share a little bit more about their moves, some of the more intimate details of it. So if you want to learn that, hit her up. Again, you got her Insta handle there on the screen. Shoot her a DM. She can set up coffee. You guys can go grab a glass of wine. You can do whatever it is you girls do. But hit her up. I know she would love to have that conversation with you. Any parting words, Amber, before we wrap this up?
I think that's it. I think that even if you're happy at your current brokerage, this is for anybody who's considering it or just tuned into this video and wants to learn more. Even if you're happy where you are, I'm all about educating yourself about what else is out there. And I definitely think that once you sit down and you hear everything that eXp has to offer, it's a no-brainer. And I'm very approachable, and I'm always on my phone and Instagram and Facebook. So you guys, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to answer any questions.
I love it. Well, Amber, one last time, welcome to the family. Look forward to sharing with you.
Thank you.